everyone, here we are, first day of spring. Yesterday, Tina and I, mostly Tina, she went crazy. She went and weeded a bunch of areas, and then she started going with the rake. That was the first mistake. She started with one spot and then started raking like a mental case all the way around the house, and I ended up chasing after her and raking up all the leaves and cleaning it all up. But we're gonna start expanding here, and we're gonna be doing blocks like we did in this section here. This is a no dig, and it was like right before winter, and I wish I'd done it sooner. But we planted 72 spots for Boston bib lettuce, and it went crazy, absolutely ridiculous. And this all had leaves on it, and this is just amazing. I mean, look how nice that is. And came and cleaned the leaves off it, and you could plant right into it, put some spinach in there, put all kinds of... Anyway, so we're gonna do this all the way around the whole place, and it all tie in, and we have garden area here, and then an area right here that was also another experiment. This area here just had a tarp put on it, and I looked, it's all worm castings under there. It is 100% eaten by the worms underneath that tarp, and it's been there since last summer. And we had plants at all these spots all the way around. But anyways, this year, as soon as the weather gets a little bit warmer here, we'll top dress these, and we'll make them into rows, all nice and straight, like these over here. These are all nice and straight, and we're gonna. This one's tarped, and it's pretty clean under there too. This one, we should have just covered it, but there's some kale and some random stuff in there, and this actually has carrots in here, and been pulling those out and eating those. And this is ready to go. Spring is here, we're ready to go. And so we just went like crazy, started cleaning up all the leaves, and we did. Didn't take not too much time at all. This is one spot here where all this water drains out of here and it comes down, and this is where I put all my beans, and it goes right on down, and then it drains off like normal. But anyways, we cleaned up all the leaves. We did that after we planted. We didn't plant everything, obviously not, it's too early, but we did plant and transplant some flowers. And I had to stop because she wanted me to go and do leaves, so I was trying to put this stuff away. I was going to repurpose this. It's a mess. Let me get this. Okay, so we just transplanted some flowers yesterday, some poppies, and then we planted a whole tray of marigolds. And she wanted to do all perennials, no annuals. Let me see, I numbered them. Oh yes, hollyhock. And yes, it's a burpee seed. Oh well. So you get some hollyhock, some lavender, marigold, and columbine. So we started those, and then that's just flowers for spring. I don't know if they'll be quite ready in a month or two. Maybe they will. I hope they are. But we're gonna start. We're gonna start on the vegetables soon. We'll be doing. This whole place is gonna get crazy. We're gonna have both sides filled up. It's kind of a mess right now because we were potting stuff up yesterday, and Got a lot of downtime. Everyone is sick, or the threat of being sick, fear of being sick, and people running out being mental cases. Taking all the toilet paper. You're gonna have so much toilet paper, that's all you're gonna have at the stores. There'll be no food and tons of toilet paper. There you go. I hope not. I'm kidding. I hope not. I hope not, but it's pretty funny. I do this for fun as a hobby, and we enjoy eating our food and know where it comes from. And unfortunately you can't see it, but this thing was bananas with tomatoes, and I had it all caged up and it looked great. All this was super clean, no weeds. And so there's a few things on that subject I'd like to go over. Yes, I did this. This was a needed thing. I had the downspout from the roof and it was just dumping out and hitting that concrete right there, and it was like eating away at the foundation. And no matter how many stones you put down there, the water just would wear it right out. So I diverted it, and this is called a garden sump. You pretty much just allow the water to irrigate, and like I said, it all goes down because I'm very meticulous, and I went along and graded it and the pitch, and so this fills up quite nicely, and then when it's full it goes and drains off like it normally would. Or I should say, normally it would just be over there at the side of the house. But anyways, this is much better. And so I worked really hard at this, shoveling and scooping and measuring and doing all that. If you have the time, like now, put down a tarp. Go outside, put some sandbags on it, or rocks, or whatever you have, and put a tarp down. So that way the sun will beat on it, and the worms and all the life underneath is going to come up, and it's going to come right to the edge of the material that you put down. It could be a tarp, it could be cardboard, it could be plastic. I do not recommend you put plastic down, because unless it's like UV treated, and otherwise it'll just disintegrate and you have millions of pieces in your soil. You don't want that. We don't want that. So this is new to us. We're going to be top dressing this with compost, and it's going to look fantastic. Inside the greenhouse was just the dirt that when I first got here, I just tilled this in and put manure and tilled it in. And then the next year I started building the greenhouse. And so this is the first year we're going to really go full steam with the greenhouse. I'm not doing it yet, you know. I'll get there. We'll get there. So it's a little bit, last year we started, I wish I'd started doing this setup here much earlier. So you pretty much, like I said, cover up an area. Put down your covering, let the sun get at it for, 3 months minimum, and then you peel it back and see what it looks like, and then put your compost, mix in some peat, and throw it right on top. Don't dig it in, just throw it right on top and then plant right in it. So this little 4x8, this little 4x8, perfect spacing. I fit 72 heads of lettuce in here. Okay, and it had plenty of space, so I can come with the action hoe, the stirrup hoe, and just a couple of zips, and that was it, because it was no dig. All the weeds under there were all suppressed, and they're still suppressed. Look, I mean, there's no weeds coming up, there's no grass. There was straight up grass right there. There isn't. And we're gonna plant right into that. And so we'd like to do that all the way around, like I said. So if you could fit 72 there in that one spot, I mean, you could do the math, do your spacings, but if you got a similar situation like that, there's an idea for you. This yard had nothing in it, so I'm slowly filling it. But I'll keep you up to speed, and everybody stay healthy. Have a good night.